Oh, yeah, sorry, before I get going. The progressive, most items are $5 and then 50-cent progressive. The plush are $6, 50-cent progressive. That should be correct. If there's a huge overage, I'll get some of the money back to you. Let's see. Okay, we're going to start out with this. Bulbasaur, $2 start. If anybody would like this Bulbasaur from Wicked Cool Toys, I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit, try to get you above the chat. CW, you have more time. You got more time slots today for the code cards. Ooh, and I think I'm going to have the same issue everybody else is having, where you can't hear the timer going off. Alright, might try and run that later. But I'm going to move into some of the plush. For now, I have these at $5 starts. We'll see what happens. I may bump it down later if I need to. So this is a 6-inch Pokemon Center Bulbasaur from 2007. Doesn't have like the store tag, but does have the tag down here. I'll start that one off. If anybody would like this Bulbasaur. Once I'm done with the plush, I'll move into more cards. The show is mainly going to be cards today. Hope everybody's having fun. No takers, no problems. Can always come back to anything later. This is a Pokemon Center Leafeon. It doesn't have any tags at all. I know it had a tag at one point, but it doesn't have like the tag that says the year. This one's also 6-inch. And I'm just going to restart auction. I will apologize if my camera jumps around a bunch. I still don't have, for some reason, the iPhone still wants to jump a lot. Alright, nothing on that one right now. This one is a 6-inch Vaporeon. This one does have the Pokédoll Pokemon Center tag. This one's from 2010. It's a little top heavy. Sometimes I have a hard time getting it to stay up, but we'll go ahead and run that one. Ooh, WSC with the first bid. Thank you, sir. See? There. Top heavy. I bumped the table. It fell up. We're just gonna leave you over here. Woohoo! Alright, WSC. Ooh, I finally heard the ding, but it's very quiet. Alright, Vaporeon going to WSC. Now, this one is a little bit bigger than 6 inches. This one's a Tomy. I don't know if it has a date. Apologize for the jumping around here. So the Froakie, right? Alright. Go ahead and start that one. Ooh, actually I have to duplicate. That's right. Start auction. Got the Froakie up here if anybody would like the Froakie. Can't remember who I got some of these from. She only had a couple shows. But either way, I thought they were nice. Alright, no takers, no problems. Move my little stand out of the way for this next one. This one, unfortunately, the tag was cut off. Not sure if it's a Tomy or a Pokemon Center, but it is a Snorlax. If I had to guess, 8 inches? I don't know, let's see. 9 inches. like I said, unfortunately, the tag was cut off, although I do know it is legitimate. Start that one out at $5 as well. If anybody would like the Snorlax. Looks like Pipe Dreamer is in on this one. Alright, Pipe Dreamer, think that. Pipe Dreamer. I haven't looked up what some of these are going for, so I have no idea. So I ran, that's all the plush I have that I'm selling today. I'll just, if anybody would like me to run the Bulbasaur, the Froakie, or the Leafeon again, let me know. I will ask again later. If you look in my store, I do have a few other items that aren't for auction, but I have best offer on all the items in my store, so if anybody's wanted to look at that. So I'm going to move on to some cards. I don't know what I want to run this one as. Guess I'll run it as a card lot. A good chunk of my show is probably going to be card lots today. We'll see. Move to stage. Alright, so these are $19.99 Topps cards. I've got Machop. Oh, I guess I don't have a good way to stand these up. I guess we'll figure that out in a second. So, I've got Machop. I've got Paris. Do have a TV3 Misty Hollow. Unfortunately, it's got some streaking on it. I've got a Graveler. And TV4 Brock. Starting out at $2. If anybody's interested, these are the only 5 $19.99 TV cards that I have. Alright, no takers, no problems on that. We'll just set those to the side for now. Don't forget, if you haven't entered the giveaway, I know Trick or Trade's not the most exciting, but that is there. Oh, let's see. I'm going to run through these. So I have it's roughly 70 cards. They're from Scarlet and Violet Base, Paldea Evolved, Temporal Forces, and Journey Together. I'm going to run through these the best I can. Cloth, that's going to be a reverse hollow. Regirock, Latias, reverse hollow. Luxray hollow. Fuecoco, reverse hollow. Jigglypuff, reverse hollow. Tropius, reverse hollow. Pipe Dreamer won the giveaway. I'll mark that here in a second. Then we're going to move on. I've got Lickety Lickety, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Matang. Oh, I don't know how you guys do this all the time. I got it. There it went. Set a Scorch, Buddy Buddy Poffin again. There are going to be some doubles in here, and I'm not going to read them all off. But if you're looking to fill out like a master set or something from these, this bag is a little bit more random because I haven't opened as many packs. If anybody is looking, I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker because, like I said, this is a bigger lot. You're not going to see many water Pokemon because I've gone through all my water Pokemon cards. And I keep buying more from CW, and they just keep stacking up. So, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and start this. restart auction. Starting at $2. 70 cards. There are a few energies mixed in, but they come from the sets. Alright, no takers on that one. That's fine. I've got a few packs that are from some specific sets, and then some of them are just going to be by type. Let's go ahead. Let me mark this Pipe Dreamer one, the first giveaway. Throw that in your bag for you. Let's see. Second giveaway. I'm going to do this Happy Birthday Pikachu ribbon. May look familiar. So that is the next giveaway. Go ahead and start that. Giveaway. There we go. Won't let me duplicate for a second. Alright, second giveaway started. If you'd like to go in for the Happy Birthday Pikachu ribbon. So these next cards, let me see what I wrote down here. There's roughly 57. These are all from Obsidian Flames. That's a Reverse Hollow Probobass, Reverse Hollow Numel, Hollow Scizor. This is a Reverse Hollow Magnezone, Reverse Hollow Magnemite, Oinkalone, Reverse Hollow. We got a Victini EX, a Glamora EX, Thunderous Hollow, and then we've got Reverse Hollow Wooper. We got a Reverse Hollow Patrol Cap, and then we got Houndoom, Wooper, Bounsweet, Altaria, Tadbolt, Volcarona. Now that I'm getting into these, try to take a look as quickly as possible because I have a ton of packs. If anybody would like any specific type of Pokemon, water, electric, grass, just throw out a type and I can run those. But here we have Obsidian Flames. If anybody would like these Obsidian Flame cards, if you're looking to, like I said, do a master set, or if there's anything in here that you're interested in, CW is in for $2. Thank you, good sir. Alright, CW takes the Obsidian Flame pack. Let me start you a bag. CW. Alright. Let's see. Does anybody have a specific type? Because if not, I'm just going to start rolling. Duplicate. This next one is, we've got Dragon type, and then I've got some Fairy type, and then, unfortunately, it's Trainers and some energies in this one. But I've got something up my sleeve on this one, so I'm just going to run through these real quick. Dragonair. Run through these as quickly as possible. I know this, I'm not going to go through all the trainers, but with this, I'm going to put in a Venusaur V and a Celebi, which I really debated on keeping this one because I like the little hollow splash there. $2 for these. CW is in, it looks like. If I missed something in the chat, I apologize. These are a lot of cards to sort through all at once. All right, CW. CW, do you recognize these two cards? Because I'm pretty sure they both came from you. All right. Let me see. Where to go? I'm going to do some psychic cards next. Duplicate. Alright, I've got 25th Anniversary Mew, Hollow. This one is actually one of my favorites. A Reverse Hollow Ponyta, Psychic. I did like that. Galarian Ponyta. Got Kadabra. Unfortunately, quite a few of these are going to be base, so I will probably throw in something else with it. See what else we got. I don't know how you guys roll through these cards like this all the time. I'm out of practice. And trying to keep it above the chat. I don't have any sealed stuff today. I will have sealed stuff in the future. And then I've got some psychic energies and some trainers to finish that off. Let's see what I can throw in here. So on top of the psychic cards, I've got a Surfing Pikachu VMAX and a Corviknight V. If anybody is interested in these. Surfing Pikachu VMAX. I think I have a couple of these, and I think I got every single one of them from CW. All right, looks like CW wins again. Thank you. Good sir. I will probably have to start you a new bag. I'm going to be sending you a box at this point. Alright. Those are good. Let's see. I will run a few singles here in the middle. Alright, I'll give you a second to restart the app. I don't know if I have another one handy with the surfing. I know I've got more than one. I got this Pikachu. I think that's what I'm going to run next. Pipe Dreamer, if you've jumped back in, let me know. Let's see. Pipe Dreamer back in yet? Let's go ahead and duplicate. Yes, I'll back. Alright, so this next one, this is an electric pack. Electivire. Anybody? Yes? I still have a hard time pronouncing some of these newer names. This is a reverse hollow. There's quite a few just base electric. I should mention in these packs, they're going to be all different lines of cards. I know there's American 151 and Vivid Voltage and just all different kinds of things. Amazing how quickly you build your bulk up. And 99% of my actual collection is all water type, so I wind up with a lot of bulk. So, and then every pack finishes off with some trainers. So you've got that, And then I'm going to put in the Pikachu from the 25th anniversary. And then a Pikachu V. And then you'll also get the rest of the electric energies. Starting at $2. If anybody's interested in those, Pipe Dreamer is winning. Glad to see the app is working for you. I actually had to restart twice before it let me go live. It kept crashing on me. I do really like Bellable. I haven't seen too much of this Pokemon and stuff, but alright, going to Pipe Dreamer. Let's see, I already have a bag for you, so we'll throw it in there. Next one is going to be a 50 card lot. I've got Reverse Hollow Grookey, Sinitska, not sure if I'm saying that one right, but that one is a hollow. Greninja EX from Twilight Masquerade. I think I have another one of these, which is why I put this one in here. Oh, this is a Twilight Masquerade set. That's why. I thought I grabbed a grass set, but just kidding. I'll get that giveaway here in a second. So these are Twilight Masquerade cards. We've got all the hollows and reverse hollows up front. And then just some basic cards after that. I will say, over the years, the art on these cards have gotten so much better. Alright. I'm not going to go through all the trainers and bore you guys. Duplicate. Let's see. And then with this one, I'm going to throw in a Koraidon. And then I've got a Japanese Tyranitar. If anybody's interested in those. Hey, J-Ride. Pipe Dreamer's winning on this one. Thank you for the bid. Alright. Pipe Dreamer. Those will go in your bag. Those are all from Twilight Masquerade. Alright. Next set. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and do the giveaway. That was BMB Metal. Get you a bag here. I guess I don't need a bag for that one. BMB Metal. You won the Pokemon ribbon. And put your name on that. I'll set that to the side. Alright. Real quick. If anybody would like, look, there's about 25 code cards here. If anybody would like these code cards, I will go ahead and run that starting at $2 real quick. If anybody's interested, code cards. All different kinds of sets. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head. Outside of, I know there's Obsidian Flames and a couple different ones in there. Alright, no takers on that. That is fine, because that's going to be the next giveaway. So, these code cards are the next giveaway. We'll see where we go from there. If anybody is looking for Paradox Rift cards, I've got Reverse Hollow, Dottler, Countercatcher, Nimble. That is a Hollow Iron Jugulus. a Holo Future Booster Energy Capsule, Iron Valiant EX, Iron Moth, Holo, Tapu Koko EX, Reverse Holo Crocolar, Reverse Holo Natu. Then we go into some of the base cards. This base card here, Toad Scroll, definitely plays off one of my favorite original 151. Roll through these. If anybody needs Paradox Rift to finish a set, there they are. Ooh. All right. And I'm going to throw in a Volcanion, which is actually from Paradox. And Low-Kicks. And I'm going to do a Porygon 2 as well. If anybody's interested in those, we'll go ahead and put those up. Porygon 2, Low-Kicks, Volcanion, CW is in. Thank you very much, sir. Iron Valiant EX. I almost kept this one. I know I don't keep a lot of non-water Pokemon, but I almost kept that one. CW, I have to start you a new bag. Time we got? We're already 30 minutes in. All right. Probably about 3:45. 3:45. We will probably try and run this card. It's probably my heaviest hitter today. Do it that way. All right, I'm gonna run. This one is a Fairy and Psychic Mix Pack. Got roughly 60 cards. I say roughly because I am from the Ohio school system, and I don't know if they taught me how to count right or not. Let's see. We've got a Holo Fairy Energy. We've got reverse. Is this a reverse Holo? Reverse Holo Deontay. Meowstic. Another Deontay, but that's the Holo, and it's different than that one. Another Fairy Holo Energy. Florges. Then we get into some of our base cards. This is Fairy and Psychic mixed. Each one of these packs probably has about 10 trainers. There might be a few cards or energy cards mixed in. Like here, the two Fairy Holos got. Or if they match. Sometimes some of these bags I threw in energy that matched to try to get to 60. I do like this muck. I have a copy of it, but I didn't need multiples. Trying to keep this above the chat is hard. And this one, I'm just going to throw in one card, Togekiss V. Duplicate. Start action. If anybody is interested in this Fairy and Psychic lot, Togekiss V, along with these Holos and Reverse Holos, and then the base cards. Oh, there's an Espeon in there. Ooh. All right, looks like CW bounced in. Ooh, WSC bouncing in. Togekiss V. You know, I have this strange feeling I got this from CW at one point. I only know because you're the only one I buy from that actually sends them in Pokemon sleeves. I definitely know the Fairy holo came from you. We know that you're into this My Little Pony deck sleeves. Alright, CW took that one down. So, I will definitely have enough cards for another show, so we will bounce back on another day as well, for sure. This next pack is 67 cards from Vivid Voltage. Unfortunately, I think all of these cards there are no holos or reverse holos here, so we'll throw some extra cards in here, but if anybody needs Vivid Voltage for a master set or anything like that, and some of these cards are going to, I think, probably be mixed into some of those other packs, only because I didn't open all of them myself. In fact, some of these bulk cards I know came from CW because he had bought a collection and sold it blind to me. Let's see. So, along with the Vivid Voltage base set cards, I have a holo Mastiff, a holo Mastiff EX, and we will throw something else in here. Let's see. Not that one. Throw in a reverse holo Cottony. We'll see. I do appreciate the bids on the last one. If I did not thank you guys enough. I think these two came from a box set. Mastiff EX and Mastiff. Let's see. Scarlet and Violet. No takers there. That's okay. I will pull these three back off the top for now. And they'll go back into my quote-unquote hits pile. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm going to move over into some singles here. I've got $1 singles and $2 singles. I'm going to move to $2 first. Where did it go? Okay. So here, I've got a Koga's Pidgeotto. And I know that the person I bought this from took it from the pack, put it in a sleeve, and then put it in the binder. You can see a little white up here. Some little whitening. But I'm going to start that off at $2 for Koga's Pidgeotto. Jay Rivera is in the house. I didn't see you pop in, but thank you for joining the Rockets Pokemart grand opening. Ooh, we've got a small bidding war. WSC is now winning. Koga's Pidgeotto. CW is back at $4. I know he is not on here, but I believe this came from Clever Finds. There we go. CW takes it. Let me make sure I put it in the CW bag. CW. Where are we going here? Next. I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I've got my Merrill Black Star promo. Oh, giveaway drawing. We'll hold that for a second. Hamco Finds, thank you for entering the giveaway. And that means you get a bag. Hamco. You get all of the code cards. And if I happen to find any more floating around, I'll send them your way. Alright, back to this. Meryl, Black Star promo. I do know it's worth more graded, but that is not on the card. That was on the outside. This one here. You see a little white there on the edge. Doing my best to show it. Unfortunately, the outside of this card keeps attracting dust. But there you go. Black Star promo Meryl. We're going to duplicate and start this one out at $2. Oh god, I don't remember, actually. I want to say it is. I don't remember. Might have to look that one up. CW is in for 3. Pipe Dreamer originally in for 2. Thank you for the bids. That'll go to CW. Let's see. This one will look familiar, but that's because I wound up with 3 of them. Yes, the Squirtle, War Turtle, and Blastoise are my favorite, but I just don't think I need 3. And I kept 2 out of the 3. This is not the one I got off CW. The one CW sent me was better than the one I had. So I know I kept that one. I don't even think there's anything wrong with this card either, but very nice. That is, if you saw that little streak, that's on the outside. That's not on the card. I'm starting this one off at $2 as well. And I feel like my camera keeps moving. I apologize. Don't get sick. Let's see. Pipe Dreamer is in. Thank you for the bid. Pipe Dreamer wins. Thank you. Throw that in your bag. I'm going to throw this one up here next. Not sure if they'll be much interested in this one. This is an Al Creamy. This one is from you. That is correct. I don't remember actually buying this one, so I don't know if I got this as a consolation. But I may have bought it. I don't really have many cards that are full art. Duplicate. Run this one. I mean, you know, if it was a water type, it'd be in my binder already. So, yeah. And the different Pokemon that they're coming up with are kind of amazing. Alright, no takers on that as a single. That's fine, because we're going to throw in this one. It's a Scizor EX from Temporal Forces. This was actually the first, full art that I've ever pulled. But I'm not opening a ton of packs. Yeah, that was just a little dust on the outside. No white there. I just haven't been opening a ton of packs. Every time I get them, I tend to sell them sealed. So, but we're going to run both of those at $2 if anybody's interested in both of them. CW is in at 2. Thank you for that. Ooh, WSC is in for a second bid at $3. Pretty sure the Scizor EX is about a $4 card. It's definitely not a bad card at all. I almost kept it, but I figured I'd bring a few items today that I didn't necessarily, whoops, accidentally wrote the new bag for CW instead of W, S, and C. That'd have been bad, huh? All right. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and we are going to run this now while we still have about 14 minutes left. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of a chance to look it up to see if you're interested in it. I have it set for 20 seconds. Start auction. Oh, I may have started it lower than $10, actually, now that I think about it. But we are at $10, so Excadrill Pokemon 2024 Japanese Cyber Judge 7971 Art Rare Hollow Pristine 10 CGC. This? Where did I get this picture in the background? I got that from, I'm blanking. I'm blanking on his name. Oh, I have him back here, actually. No, I think Keystone Crypt. That was in one of his storage finds. And I bought it specifically for when I do Pokemon shows. Let's see, CW, where is your bag? CW, thank you for the bid and purchase on that. Oh, what do I have time for? Okay, we're going to move to just, those were all the $2 singles. So I'm just going to roll with some dollar singles now, although they're probably going to be in pairs. Let's see, or even threes. Let's do, got this Gouging Fire EX, and I think that came from a 10. I'm not sure if you can get that out of a pack or not. It's got the Black Star promo at the bottom. If anybody wants a closer look, let me know, but if not, we're going to roll with the Gouging Fire EX. And I'm going to put that with the Mabosstiff EX and the Mastiff. We're just going to roll with those at $1. Yeah, I was pretty sure I got that from a 10. For a while, all I could find locally was 10s, which I know aren't always the greatest, but find what you can find. All right, thank you for that. The sad part for a while was I'd buy the 10s and I would make more money selling the packs separately. All right, I'm just going to throw these up. That's a reverse hollow Cottony. Hollow, low kicks. So that's Paradox. That's Temporal Forces. It's another Paradox here. Esparthra. And we'll throw a Miltank up here. I know these aren't necessarily the greatest. Nobody wants them. That's fine. We'll actually save them for later with the other packs that I have. Duplicate. Start auction. 4 cards. 1 money. $1. 25 cents a piece. All right, thanks for looking at that. No issues there. So I've got some older cards here, although don't really have a ton of, I don't have any hollows, but I'm going to throw this one up by itself. Lieutenant Surge's Raticate. I could have maybe ran this at $2, but we're going to run it at $1. CW is in on that. Thank you for the bid. All right, let's throw that in CW's bag. Now, I know this isn't going to be the most exciting, but I have trainers from base set 2, jungle, and fossil. So, base set 2, base set 2, jungle, fossil. If anybody would like those, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trainers for $1. Duplicate to start that one out. I think I should have started the dollar singles at 15 seconds, but that is on me. Oh, and actually, here's another one. Mr. Fuji Fossil. All right, no takers. What if we try to throw something in there? Anybody want a dark eradicate to go along with the fossils? Restart auction. Dark eradicate. Dark eradicate. No takers. No takers. What about a fossil Krabby? Nope, CW's in now. It's either a pity bid or he really likes the Krabby. Thank you for taking my trainers. See what else we've got here. I'm going to throw a few cards up here. I've got a Jungle Meow, a Jungle Jigglypuff. We've got got a Choke and a Fossil Slowbro. 4 for $1. If anybody would like any of the original sets there, Pipe Dreamer is in for $1. Thank you. Trying to see. I know I've got a couple doubles here, but Pipe Dreamer. Thank you, Pipe Dreamer. Make sure I put those in the right bag. I did. All right. I'm going to throw this one up for $1. If it doesn't go on its own, that's fine. But I've got this fat Pikachu. If anybody needs a fat Pikachu, we know. There goes the camera again. There is something about the Wizards cards. Alright, nothing on that. Alright, nobody wants the Pikachu on their own. What if we throw in an Onyx? From... Whoops. There we go. Ponyta. So we've got Ponyta, an Onyx, and then the original Fat Pikachu. And he's got the yellow cheeks on this one. Whoops, would help if I started the auction. Got 3 cards, $1. Pipe Dreamer, thank you for the bid. Alright, thank you on that. Pipe Dreamer's bag. We've got about 5 minutes left. Did anybody want me to rerun the Pokemon Center Bulbasaur or Leafeon or the Tomy Froakie? Let me know. If nobody wants those right off the rip here, got another jungle Jigglypuff. I'll go ahead and do the Leafeon right after I do this. So I've got Jigglypuff, base set 2 Nidoran, got Fossil Slowpoke, got Fossil Krabby again, and base set 2 Kangaskhan. Since I had an uneven amount of cards, we're just going to run all those for the low start of $1. CW is in. We are up to $3. Thank you, Pipe Dreamer and CW. Thank you. Went to CW. Now, let's find... Do I have another Pokemon Plush? Guess we'll just duplicate this one. Pokemon Plush. Move to stage. We'll go ahead and start the auction, but this is for the 6-inch Leafeon. Just remember this one had no tags. I don't even know if it originally had tags. You would think it would have, but I don't even see a spot for it. Rerunning that again. Not a problem. We do know that this app is not always the greatest, although it is a great app. So the Leafeon looks like it's going to CW for $5. Thank you for your bid. I have had that happen before. Okay, while we're in Plush, we'll just go ahead and rerun this anyways. There's the Bulbasaur. If anybody is interested in the Bulbasaur. What? Johnson. What? Alright. Run the Froakie one more time. We should be rolling right into Judy, I believe. Froakie is up if anybody would like this Froakie. It's a Tommy Froakie. One bid. Johnson, thank you for your bid. All right. You know, I wasn't going to, but I kept my Squirtles. Johnson gets the Froakie. Let's see. Did anybody want the Wicked Cool Toys Bulbasaur? If not, I will save it for another show. Hope everybody had a fun time. I want to thank CWCollectibles specifically for Rocket's Pokemart. It is going to be a great platform. It already is, but we're going to keep pushing it. CW has tried to pull me along for months, ever since I bought a ton of stuff from one of his shows many months ago. I'm just going to keep chugging along. I have other shows scheduled for the family of marketplaces that we are currently helping out. Is Judy live? Anybody? Thank you, CW. Alright, I'm going to raid into Judy, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks again. Raid into Judy.